Sahan wants to speak to you. Go to the Volkguard Mages Guild. Quick! Quick!
What? Hey everybody, welcome back to Just Push to Play. We're playing Elder Scrolls Online today. Now we've been playing the Alliance quest for the Eldmeri Dominion for a while now, and I think it's time to go back and work on a little bit of the main quest. So we have the Tharn Speaks as our active quest. The Abnar Tharn seeks an audience with me away from the harborage. I should see what he wants. A small Daedric creature told me to go to Volkguard Mages Guild. It must be one of Tharn's servants. Jeez, I wonder what he has to say. So we're in Volkguard right now, just right here, and this is the Mages Guild. So we're just gonna run over there and see what in the world this guy could want. He is like my least favorite of the 5 companions, just because, you know, he did pretty much, when he saw his side was losing, he pretty much went with the enemy side. You know, it's not very not too great of him to do that. Okay, where are you?
Never, I repeat, never attempt to draw
right here.
magicka from the environment like this in the field.
Abnar.
Disaster will be your only reward.
Ah, excellent. You got my message. Apparently that little creature isn't completely useless. Banekin can be such children. I hope you've nothing pressing. We could be here a while.
Tharn, why are you dressed like that? I was just wondering that. It's not his usual garb. He's usually a little bit more flamboyant.
I can't be strutting around the city wearing my imperial regalia, can I? Your concern about my fashion sense is touching but irrelevant. I've called you here for a reason. If we are to determine a course of action, we need more information.
What are you talking about?
By now, it should be clear your prophet emperor brought these catastrophic events upon us. Everything that transpired is his fault.
You followed him, so you're at fault too, if you're gonna say that. Minimarker deceived him. It wasn't his fault.
Granted. Minimarco can be very persuasive and charismatic when he wants to be. We all believed him when he said we could change Varen's bloodline with the Amulet of Kings.
Then why do you blame Varen?
You saved Varen's life when you rescued him in Cold Harbor. In return, he lied to you about his true identity and his part in causing the soul burst. He manipulated you from the very start. Perhaps the better question is, why don't you blame Varen?
In a way, I do. It pretty much is all his fault, everything that's happened, but the 5 companions followed him. Varen will have to pay for his crimes. Somewhere down the road, he's just gonna have to. So until then, just tell me why you called me here.
Varen wants to assemble a new group of companions in the vein of the original 5. Claims it fulfills a prophecy in those wretched scrolls of his. Superstitious nonsense, but he is quite correct on one point. We need to find Sai Sahan.
Why is Sai Sahan so important?
In the chaos following the soul burst, Sahan stole the Amulet of Kings and fled the Imperial City. We're going to need that relic, and he is the only one who knows its current location.
Where's Sai Sahan now?
He was captured by Minimarco's agents and taken to an undisclosed location. We need to find out where he's being held.
How convenient. What do you need me to do?
Minimarco keeps his most secret documents in a hidden lair of Daedric cultists deep within the Grahtwood, in the ruins of Wormroot Depths. We must travel there and search for clues.
Alright, I will set out at once and meet you there.
Remember, Wormroot Depths, Grotwood. I'll meet you inside.
Let's ask you some questions first.
If I can endure Titanborn's inane prattle, I can survive your assuredly erudite elucidations. Proceed.
Thane, let's talk about you. Or Abnar, I guess. Let's talk about you. Tell me more about yourself.
Well, if you must pry, I am Chancellor to the Elder Council and Overlord of Nibonay. But of all my titles, the greatest is my family name, Tharn. We are the greatest of the noble houses, with seats at the Imperial Court for countless centuries.
So, a family of politicians. Awesome.
Politicians? A grossly inadequate word to describe our duties and our legacy. The Tharns have a storied history of advising kings and emperors that can be traced back to the First Era. We understand the ebb and flow of power.
And isn't your daughter the Emperor's Regent?
Clivia. She is comfortably lodged in Manimarco's pocket, along with my nephew, Javad. I doubt they've given my disappearance a second thought. Ah, fair Clivia. My charming girl grew to be a ruthlessly ambitious woman. I taught her well.
Aww. What will happen to you now?
Ah, there's the rub. With my untimely defection, my family will likely be divested of its holdings. The name Tharn is probably being stricken from every document in the Imperial Archives as we speak. I detest being on the wrong side of history.
Have you really lost everything?
Don't sound so smug about it. This is a setback, nothing more. By allying with you, I will liberate the Empire from Manimarco's grip. The Empire is all that matters to me. I will do what I must to ensure its survival.
Okay. Well, I will meet you at Grantwood. I always pronounce it Natwood, but I guess it's Grantwood.
If you came for crafting certification, I can assist you.
Whoever said that? No, thank you. I think it was this guy. Nope. I need to get over to Wormroot Depths in Grantwood. Ow. I have 3 skill
Do
points.
you know
to
how
use.
long I've been looking for you?
Oh my god. This girl. I figured out she's part of a, I think she's part of an alliance quest. I think. I don't know. Apparently she annoys other people though. So I could upgrade my crystal shard. Dark magic. You know what? I've been looking at all of these, and even for like the Summon the Winged Twilight, to me it looks like the Unstable Clinfer does the best damage. I mean, maybe I need to look into it a little bit further, but that's what it appears like to me. So I'm gonna leave that as a Clinfer for now. Capacitor, energize. Ooh, I could increase. Let's increase my magic recovery, because that's always good. Yep. That's okay for now. Increases your damage done against enemies by 1% for every 20 seconds. Yeah, let's cause more damage. That sounds good. Reduces the health, magic, and stamina cost of your abilities by 3%. That would be good. When you hit an enemy with a directly applied dark magic ability, you heal for 1158. Dark magic ability. Currently, I'm just using that one, so it'd just be that. Let's leave these alone for the moment. I only have 1 point left to use. I should probably unlock that, though. 14 meters still. Devastate an enemy with an enhanced charge from your staff, dealing 17-15 magic damage, and additional 68-55 magic damage over 10 seconds. That seems better than this one. Because it's still an area effect. So even though this one hits two nearby enemies for 35-81 magic damage, this one's gonna do better because it's 68-55 in a range around you. Okay, so I'm gonna take this one. Yep. It's decided. Put it on 2. Oh, we'll see how that works out. All right. Hey, Worm Root Depths in Natwood, all the way up in the corner. I must have been here before. It's white. I don't remember being there before. Where's Worm Root? Well, it's next to the water. I'm just trying to figure out if there's a quicker way for me to get up to this side from when the country is up here. So it's next to the water. Oh, here it is. Oh, yeah, I remember. No, I don't. Because that was a different character I was thinking of. There's not. Because I would have a way shrine over here if that were the case. I think it'd be quicker to go to the Red Fur trading post. Yeah, I guess it's not too far away. I'm not sure what I was thinking there. While we're at it though, I'm gonna stop at a Mundus Stone that is not too far away from where I'm going, I believe. Where are you? There you are. You would think I would know this town by now, but no. Nope. Alright, we have made it almost right up to the Delve Wormroot depths. I'm wondering if this is where we went for part of the Elsewhere exploring that we did a month or few months ago. This guy up here, I'm pretty sure has a quest for Wormroot depths, so I'm gonna pick that up also.
Well met,
okay.
traveler. Archambear is the name.
Yep.
Though most just call me Bert.
I thought he was
Welcome to
Abnar
warm
Tharn
yourself
for a
by my
second.
fire. Even in the south, I can't seem to keep these old bones warm. Share my fire if you like, as long as you bring no trouble with you. This war is for younger men than I.
Oh. What are you doing here?
Studying the ruins. The Aeliad Well, specifically. It's said the light from Aeliad Wells has rejuvenating properties. I'd hoped to discover whether the light could be stored in a container, such as this.
What did you discover?
Nothing as yet. I found the ruin crawling with worm cultists. I'm just an old man, more at home in books than battle, so there was no way I could reach the Aeliad Well on my own. Still, I hope they'd have cleared out by now.
Oh. I can reach the well. Let me help you.
I couldn't ask you to risk your life. But you look like you can handle yourself, and truthfully, I wouldn't mind if the worm cultists found themselves in a little trouble. Take this crystal, and use it to gather the light from the Aeliad Well.
Okay, well, can you tell me a little bit about what it looks like?
It'll be hard to miss. It's not outside the ruin, so it's likely in a grand chamber and heavily guarded. Be wary.
Okay, what does the worm cult want with this place?
How should I know? Do I look like a man who contemplates evil deeds in darkness? I'm too old for a world grown so strange.
Alright, the deed will be done. Okay. So it's right up there. Wormroot Depths, regarded by scholars of the arcane as the apex achievement of the Wild Elves' magical art, the so-called Iliad Wells, are believed to use ethereal crystal to aggregate magicka.
It's about time. Let's get started.
From the depths of something. Alright. Ah. You look more like your usual self. Let's take a look here. So, I need to fill the gym, that quest that I just got. And this is just search for information for my main quest. Alright. Somebody's been through here. Well, that's okay. Oh, speaking of though, before I get too far in, okay, increased experience. I always want to check that. And I always push the wrong button. I guess I could eat something. That would probably help with damage dealing or recovery and health and magicka. Do I have any food? I have a recipe that I think I know already. Yep. Okay, I need to like make some food or something. So. Ah, there's some bad guys. What's that? Oh yeah, I have been here because that's the sky shard right there. I believe. I think I've already taken it. That's too bad. Too bad it doesn't respawn every time, but that would be totally cheating to go over and over through these and be able to get more points for skills. The Speaking Stone.
You will not break me, King of Worms.
I can and I shall. Where is the amulet of
You
kings?
cannot break the will of a son of Yakuda. I spit on you.
So, Sai Sahan is alive and he has not been broken. An important piece of the puzzle to be sure, but where is he being kept?
The Duchess of Anguish. It became necessary to relocate Sai Sahan when it became clear that the standard interrogation techniques would not work. His will is very strong, no doubt forged during the years he spent training in solitude, attempting to restore the ancient Yokuden art of sword singing. Despite his utter failure to manifest the spirit swords, a task that came as naturally as breathing to the ancient masters, Sai Sahan maintains an unusually strong sense of self. When it was determined that he could resist or outright ignore physical pain, I had him relocated from the dungeons beneath the Imperial City to a location that might be better suited to break his will and extract the information I seek. My contacts amongst Mulugbal's Daedric servants were receptive to the suggestion. After all, it had been years since any of them had the challenge of breaking a subject with such a strong will. The lovely Duchess of Anguish has a touch that is like razors against the flesh. Her voice sears the mind and soul, her lips are coated in venom, and her intellect is as sharp as her tongue. She has practiced her art for uncounted centuries, and I am confident she will extract the information from the Red Guard without killing him. I suppose the Red Guard will need to be disposed of when this is over. Once the information is mine, perhaps I will give him to the Duchess as a gift. She will almost certainly kill him, I think, but first she will enjoy him as a plaything for many long years. Okay, sounds like a lovely woman. You know, I just love the fact that it seems as though Abnar is not helping out at all. That's like one of my favorite things. Just gotta say. Oh, they're back. Okay, so nothing over there. That red ball, I'm pretty sure it's where they would summon more of their people from from Oblivion. Here's one more.
Chim El Adabar, the amulet of the kings of glory, an artifact of the divines, a badge of office for the ruling emperors of Cyrodiil, and the key to my ascendancy. Yet it eludes me. Exploiting its power to bring about the calamity of our age was intoxicating. It made me aware of the limitless possibilities available to one strong enough and fearless enough to use it to achieve his own ends. The amulet has the power to create or destroy, but it also has the power to undo the damage caused by the soul burst, to mend the tear in the barrier between Nirn and Oblivion.
Oh.
I must recover it before some fool fixes that which must remain broken.
He knows of our plan to use the amulet to set things right. We must rescue Sai Sahan before he can be broken.
Okay. The Chim El Ada Ball. The amulet of the Kings of Glory, pendant of the red diamond Chim El Adabel, alien relic of divine investiture. Whatever myths exist concerning its creation, this much is fact. As a vessel of Akatash's will, it is tied to him in a very real way. The occupation of the Dragonfire ritual was a taxing endeavor. I spent weeks inscribing the glyphs and preparing the incantations that Aquilarius foolishly believed would change his ancestry and birthright. Trusting simpleton. Nirn now lies adrift in the Mundus, vulnerable to the parasitic Daedra that feasts upon the souls of its people. Tharn once asked me outright if the amulet could be used to repair the damage wrought by the soul burst. Subtly, that was never part of Abnar's repertoire. I could see the scheming mechanics behind his eyes, even as he pledged his loyalty to me. I think he knew, even then, that he was disposable. Who needs a scheming politician when one aspires to be a god? The answer to his question is, of course, yes. This is why I must seize the amulet and protect it. It is the vessel through which I will supplement my would-be master and assume domination over two worlds. Why would a god settle for just one? You know, I wonder where the Daedra came from originally. I mean, I know they're... Oof, stupid Linfers, I hate you. I hate you so much. So happy that I actually have one to fight for me. I lost my train of thought there. Never mind. Where are you? Oh, I need to go and pick up that. Oh, he healed me. Or no, he did something. I healed myself with the potion. He did, it looks like he did something though, so are you actually helping out? It's hard to tell. I still have the best weapon. Keep forgetting to use the my ranged weapon attack first. Oh, so 2. That's my new one. This one. That's my range that I like to use if I can. I think these are considered one bookshelf. So the Iliad Well should be in the next room. And that, I believe, is the boss of the area. Oh, he is helping out. Okay. Well, that's good to know. Good job, everybody. Let's get to the side in case he shows up again. Respawns. Okay, so that's quest is done. Yeah, so this is it. If you go through here, that's part of the prelogue to the Elsewhere chapter. This is that spot. I thought so. Yeah, so that's, I did that before.
The Red Guard's iron will cannot be overcome with standard interrogation techniques. Physical tortures appear to be useless. I have therefore instructed the Daedra to move Sai Sahan into the halls of torment. The Duchess will be most pleased to have a new guest. His flesh is strong, but perhaps her tortures of the mind will break him. I have come too far to allow this upstart sword master to thwart my plans. I will find the amulet, one way or another.
This is the information we've been looking for.
Yes.
At last, Sai Sahan has been taken to the halls of torment.
Do you know where that is?
Oh yes, it's Cold Harbor's most nefarious prison. The Daedra in the halls of torment reach deep into the dark places of a prisoner's mind and torture them with apparitions of the things they most dread.
Aww. Well, that sounds a lot like what happened to Laris.
It's an effective tactic. The Daedra mock our emotional attachments and the memories that form our sense of self. Daedra have no use for such things. They are immortal. It's impossible to kill Daedra. They simply reform over time.
Oh. Well, we need to rescue Sai Sahan. Can you get us into the halls of torment?
Of course I can. I am Abnar Tharn. But first, I have a bit more research to do. Go back to the Harbridge and tell Varen what we've discovered. I'll meet you there once I've made the necessary preparations.
All right. Yeah. That wasn't evil looking at all. All right, let's read The Unbreakable Redguard. For all of his self-doubt, Sai Sahan has proven monstrously difficult to break. Perhaps the years of physical training he endured to condition his body makes the tortures of the flesh pale in comparison. Likewise, threats of bodily harm to friends and acquaintances have no effect. He merely closes his eyes and promises to avenge them. So deftly he pulled the Amulet of Kings from the fingers of Varen's withering husk amidst the chaos of the soul burst, and then he was gone, a fleeting shadow in the night. I must have it back if I am to enact the final stage of my plan. Since that day, I have played a waiting game at Millicball's plane meld continues unabated. For the time being, this works to my advantage, but I must find the amulet before the plane meld concludes, or my plan is doomed to failure. I would tear this continent apart stone by stone if I had to, but for now I shall be patient. Sai Sahan cannot endure these tortures forever. He will break, and the Amulet of Kings will be mine once again. Whew, sorry, I'm not too good at reading that one. Alright. Lots to do. Let's get out of here. Woo. Well, I just kind of flew down those stairs, didn't I? Okay, so we'll stop and give that item, whatever, to the Akibert whatever. It was up in my corner screen. The guy down the road who had me check out the well. Hey, I got what you asked for.
Oh, you returned. And I can sense the alien energy you carry, so I don't even need to ask whether you were successful. I hope you caused plenty of trouble for the worm cultists.
Mm-hmm. Here, take your crystal.
Oh, thrilling. I can just imagine the heroics. I'm sorry. Most of the pleasures of old age are vicarious. At least I still have my research, which you've helped immensely, I must add, thank you.
So I get clumsy alchemist vim braces. These heavy gloves have a distinct alchemical smell. Dozens of acid spatters cover the metal, but it's better. Better armor, better stamina, I guess. And I get increased experience gained from kills by 8%, which is awesome because you get more experience, so that's good. Alright. Let's equip that before I forget. Yes. Oh, these are... Yeah, these are better. 2. Yep. I'm also kind of looking at the colors over here instead of just reading them. That's almost easier in some ways. Ooh, this is a medium armor, which is better since I'm a sorcerer than heavy, what I have equipped. Oh, what I just put on. Shoot. I checked those though. Yeah, I mean, I'll keep what I have on even though it's heavy. I didn't really mean to put that on if it's a heavy piece of armor, but I mean, the spell critical damage and stuff was still better. Alright, where are we going? Oh, I just need to go back to the harborage, right? Yeah. I'll just recall. Oop. Yes. That is interesting that they call it recall when it's fast travel, you know? Most games just call it fast travel. They term their own expression for it, I guess, in Elder Scrolls Online. Hey, I'm back. Hey, Lyris. Baron.
An unexpected visit. What brings you back, Vestige?
Tharn and I discovered where they are keeping Sai Sahan.
At last! Where can he be found?
A prison in Cold Harbor called the Halls of Torment.
Well done. I will begin searching for a safe route to the Halls of Torment immediately.
Okay, is there anything else?
I was going to say that a river flows and we are slaves to its current. But I am done with riddles and metaphors. I don't know what awaits us. I'm not a prophet. I'm just a foolish old man who glimpsed the wisdom of the scrolls and survived.
But you can find a path to the Halls of Torment, right?
When Tharn returns, we will combine our resources. We will find a path to these Halls of Torment soon enough.
Alright. Thanks. Let's see. I got some jewelry. Increased spell damage. $153. Now, do I want to put that over my increased magical recovery or reduce the cost of my magical spells? 77. I guess Well, let's see. The first one increases my maximum magic by 770. The second one is by 810, so that's better. So I guess the Prophet's Recollection. Oh my gosh, somebody said it's gonna talk. That one. Okay. And then I got something else. Oh, that. It's an armor glyph. Can increase maximum health by 839. Maximum health. That's 313. I try to keep it the same on each item. Although my largest one should be magic. I'm magical. Do I have nothing for... I just have that one for health. And it's a small piece. So let's see, that's stamina. Stamina. I guess it depends on what comes with it too, because that can change. 309 max stamina. Ranger set. Let's put the health on that one. Chance. I have two. Oh, three, but this one's not. Well, it's not bad. 839. So if I choose that, it will go to 339 max health. Okay, that's fine. Can I upgrade that one at all for that magic? So currently it's 249. Yeah, that's less, so no. And if I do this one, it's 313 to start with. Yeah, it goes down. No. I need another one for magic. It's 285. Let's try these pants. If I put magic on that, it's 597 stamina. 649 magic. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, and I think that other one, I don't really need to use. All right, Lyris, how are you doing?
We'll find Sai Sahan. And if Manamarco gets in our way, I'll chop that sniveling, knife-eared puddle of troll piss into little bite-sized pieces.
Okay. There's a new book here. Chronicle of the Five Companions, Chapter 4, I guess. I am Grand Chancellor Abnar Tharn, Overlord of Niv-Inay, the head of Elder Council, advisor to emperors and kings for 117 of the 164 years that I have been alive. Oh my god. I did not come by my position of influence through luck or nepotism, but rather through an extreme discipline, ambition, and cunning. And yet here I am, conspiring with idiots, and fools in a musty hole in the ground. How the mighty have fallen. The year is Second Era, 582, but I am unsure of the precise date. I have lost track given the gravity of the monumental task that is before us. After reading the previous entries in this chronicle, I felt it necessary to offer my side of the story so that I am not misrepresented by future historians. We Tharns have held positions of power throughout Cyrodiil since the days of the Potenate. We are prized for our loyalty to the Empire, our deft political mechanics, and our ruthless segregation or elimination of dissenters within Imperial territories. What we do is grim work, but it is necessary if the Empire is to endure. Do I sound boastful and egotistical? Perhaps I am, but I shall put these words to paper so that you, the reader, might understand my views and my actions and their place in the long view of history. For nearly 30 years, I advised the savage men of the Reach, from Der Croach to Leovic, as their long, brutish dynasty ravaged the empire. They lasted longer than many of the would-be conquerors that came before them, but their alien nature and low heritage made them unfit to stand in the presence of the true-blooded sons of Kolivia or Nibne. Their most grave insult came from Levodich, youngest of their line, sought the hand of my 16th daughter, Sylvia, in marriage that she might rule with him as empress. He has over 16 daughters or children. Like his grandfather before him, who married Variaxia Tharn, Leovich hoped that our family's connections in pure Nibonese bloodline would somehow legitimate his claim to the Ruby Throne. It was an excuse and futility, and it exasperated me to no end. So when Baron Elkaris, the son of Colvian Duke and a powerful military leader in his own right, contacted me in secret and sought my assistance to dispose those foul strangers from the north, I eagerly agreed. The war was long and bloody, but armed with my knowledge of the imperial city, Varen eventually led his army of rebels to the palace gates. Varen drove his sword into Leovich's black-blooded heart and watched him die, choking on his own lifeblood, at the foot of the Ruby Throne, and immediately declared himself to be emperor. For my loyalty and assistance, he agreed to take my daughter Sylvia as his bride. After Varen's betrayal at Minimarco's hand, it pained me to hand the reins of the Empire over to another outlander, but the King of Worms is a dangerous enemy. To ensure the dominance of necromancy over all other forms of magic, Minimarco immediately cast the Mages Guild out of the Imperial City, then had all remaining dissenters arrested as the enemies of the state. I did not wish for my name to appear on that very long list, which only grew shorter when the executions began. So I pledged my loyalty. In return, I was granted stewardship of the imperial city. My daughter Sylvia, still the Empress Regent, became the territorial ruler of the empire, but Minimarco remained the power behind the throne. Of course, Minimarco turned on me the moment my usefulness was expended. I was marginalized and cloistered away in a tower of bones, and my daughter was turned against me, lured by Minimarco's promise to teach her the dark arts that would give her mastery over life and death. But know this, dear reader, I will take the Empire back. I will restore order out of chaos. That is my only ambition, and my ultimate desire. I will strike down any who stand in my way with all the fires of Daedric sorcery I can command, and those who dare to thwart me shall be damned to the pits of oblivion for all eternity. Okay, that's the end of that. So Varen is married to Abnar Tharn's daughter. Well, he was at least. Interesting. Let's see, what's his name? Why do I always forget his name? I don't know. What's this? Oh, I think I must have already read that. Just a book. Don't we have Cadwell? Cadwell. I thought we had Cadwell hanging out with us. Where did he go? Am I thinking of another quest line? I don't know. Maybe. Aha, we found it. Okay, so those under the sign of the apprentice will have a boon that increases spell damage. You may only use one boon at a time. All right. Yay.